Boom, Watch Fam!
What is up, Watch Fam, and welcome to episode 87 of Ask TNH. I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and today I'm going to be talking about Breitling. So let's get into the question. Before we get into the episode, please subscribe to our channel down below. It would mean the world to us and help us continue making content and supporting our channel. Quick wristwatch check. Right now I'm wearing a killer 38mm two-tone Tudor Oyster Prince date. I think it's a wonderful alternative to any Rolex 1601 or 1603 because of the size. I think it's a little bit more modern and beautiful. I happen to like these watches a lot, and this one is available at our shop at theoandharris.com. So check it out. Okay, so today I'm going to answer a question I've been asked several times and kind of, I've not refused, but kind of avoided answering. But it's about Breitling, and it's actually a company that I do like on a lot of levels. I wear Breitling pretty regularly, an older Colt from the 90s with really just brilliant quartz movement. It's got a flyback chronograph function. I think it's great at like 36mm, 37mm with panda subdials. So I do have a soft spot for even relatively modern Breitling, not even the old stuff, which everyone likes anyway. So I think I am the person to handle this question. I'm a little bit more middle of the road about it, as opposed to other people who are so adverse to Breitling. So I took a look at their current production model, and a couple of models stood out to me, and I'm gonna kind of run you guys through my full train of thought. First, the Chrono Liner. It's the first watch that came up on the page, and it's the first watch that I genuinely did like. I think that the creamy subdials are beautiful on this watch. Have a look. I think that the red pointer at the end of that hand is gorgeous. I think it adds a nice, it's a tastefully small amount of color because I think it's dangerous to do reds and blacks and whites. It's just too much contrast. I think that the date window, a variable that is often totally f***ed up, was executed really well on this watch, but the final, the only issue I have is the size. Even though I love the case and the twisted lugs and the steel and everything, the size at 46mm is, in my opinion, too big for most of us to wear. There are people out there that can rock that size. It's certainly not me, and it's probably not you. So I have to pass over on the Chrono Liner. It did not make, my number one, top Breitling. Moving on, I really do like the Super Ocean Heritage in blue, particularly. I think it's a pretty watch. I love the crown on it. I love the dial. Honestly, I think that all around, it is a great substitute for a Submariner. I think that the color there is really terrific. It's almost like a comp to like the Smurf sub, the white gold watch in the same kind of color scheme. And in a lot of ways, I think that a lot of us should even consider that over a sub, because the sub is very mainstream and the sub is everywhere, and I love it. But there are people out there that surely want a little bit more of a different or creative alternative to that sports watch that can obviously go in the water and everything. Powered by an ETA movement, I have no problem with that. I really am a big fan of this watch. I actually recommended my uncle to buy this watch, and he did. So I am a big fan. Still, 42 is a manageable size, but it actually wasn't my number one. So moving on to my number one, which is the Breitling Transocean Chronograph, 38mm in blue. I think it takes a lot of my favorite elements from the other watches and kind of combines them and makes it a really, kind of great mixture. At 38mm, it would look great on my wrist. I think that even the height at like 14 or 14.5mm is okay. Because of the size of the case, because it's only 38. At 38mm, I think that the height wouldn't really be that big of a problem. Is it a little bit awkward? Probably. I don't know this, but I haven't worn it. But I do think it would be a little bit, but I could go past that. I love the Milanese bracelet. I love the case. I love the dial with the crosshair in the center. It's fine. It's a nice little detail. I really do like the date placement and the application of the Breitling logo. I think it's a little bit big in that big kind of gold B, but to me it looks luxurious. It looks a little bit vintage. I am a big fan of it. It's powered by an ETA movement, which I have no problem with, but I hate that Breitling calls it a Breitling movement. It just bothers me. It sounds dishonest and it sounds cheap. I expect to be lied to on Chinatown by cheap brands, not by Breitling when I'm spending $6 grand. So that does piss me off. My two pretty large qualms. One, it's marketed to women, which I think is total bullshit. And if it's not still, it definitely was initially. That was the big hubbub when it came out. It was the woman's version of the Transocean Chronograph, which to me is ridiculous. I don't really have this like weird, thing between men and women having to wear different watches, sounds a little ridiculous to me. I think it's just a size thing and what looks good on your wrist. I think that a woman can wear a 40 millimeter chronograph, a bulky, sporty man's watch, as long as it looks good on her wrist. So I don't kind of fall for that whole, shtick. But, and it's a little odd that they would market it, but that wouldn't affect my buying of that watch. Finally, my biggest issue, which is a big issue on this watch, is like the $6,000 plus price tag. I wouldn't pay more than, I don't know, $3,000 for it. So I don't really know what they're trading for secondhand, but that's really where I would be paying for this watch. And I'm really only paying it that high because it's a Breitling and because it's pretty, because there are plenty of Sinn watches out there that have amazing value in not only movement, but in design, and we can't, overlook that, and those watches can be had for much less. But overall, I actually am pretty pleased with the current Breitling lineup. There are one or two other watches in there that I could actually talk about and enjoy. The Avenger is one of them. There are plenty of them that I actually do like. So everyone stop giving Breitling shit unless you have real reason to. I think that their prices are too high. We'll probably agree on that. But other than that, I think they're doing, pretty solid stuff. Not to mention the Chrono Works, which actually go to Breitling and check out. The link below. Check out the video for the Chrono Works, which is like this super watch. It's like a concept watch. It's actually being produced. So check that out as well. But overall, we should give Breitling a little less shit for what they do, because I genuinely think they are doing a pretty good job with design and quality. I mean, you have stainless steel cases and solid ETA movements, and even Breitling movements in the larger watches. So overall, thumbs up to Breitling. I was actually pleased looking at their offering. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 87 of Ask TNH. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and comment in the section below with what you hated or loved.